Who are you? Why are you doing this? We don't keep a lot of credits here.
I'm looking for a Bith security officer named Z.
The Holonet security guy? Is he in trouble?
That's not your business.
Right. What am I saying? Z's at the Imperial Spaceport. He's on his way to Mechas 3 for a business meeting. He's probably already gone. I gave you what you wanted. You're not gonna kill me, are you?
No, of course not. What do I look like, a maniac?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do I have the correct man? Security expert Z?
Tupatulia musta, mogranri tempo dumukitonka. Liskatachi.
I just need the codes to Eidolon Security's encryption programs.
Chipokma utankisa, choboba if kaftu anjala. Wama otaka joka hatapawa. Tapamba wulia.
You're seconds away from a messy death.
Tapiska kukapa mi wata. Potenya noche tapota. Paduana ubikili wata bunga. Toka patoga lurda. Wafuma tabota danwi wanki watoba yakaloka.
Only one way to find out.
Chiska gava koyota. Tu banda baka wanki. Yunaliska chinanga wachit kospa. Ini kontinga. Kolkata chuska no iku chusa. Yamata chipontata.
This will be our only meeting.
Kongi scotcha punchi na yoka.
Hey, Agent. Take a look at this.
Where is she?
I don't know. How would I know?
Khalil Janus and her Twi'lek associate was seen attacking exchange resources on Nar Shaddaa. Should I believe you wouldn't seek revenge? I want her last known location and I want it now!
I love it. Listen to that little tremor in his voice. He's adorable.
He does say your name with fondness.
Ijel and I go way back. Soon as I show my face, he starts torturing people to track me down. He's been obsessed ever since we split up on Farstein. For an arms dealer, he's kinda sweet. Makes me feel wanted.
If you've got such a bond, why not let him find you?
Not much of a game then, is it? Of course, if he finds me, he might be dangerous. I might need someone to protect me from the bad, nasty man.
Against the two of us, I doubt he'll pose much threat.
Aren't you confident? I'll keep you in the loop. Next recording gets out, we can watch it together.
I'm back with Z's codes.
Ah, wish I could have seen the look on Z's face. Anuli, we good?
Everything looks legit. Beautiful work. Z's code is like music.
Yeah, whatever. Isolate the ones we'll need and hand the pad back to our hunter friend.
Eidolon Security's transceiver codes are marked. Easy to spot. They'll disable the encryption programs. No problem.
And that helps how?
They're gonna get you access to all of Eidolon Security's confidential files. Once we get those, the Eidolon's personal business will be everybody's business. Eat that, you ganks! Okay, so on to phase 2 of our plan to scrag Eidolon Security's rep and drive their clients away. Anuli?
Gotta access Eidolon Security's data transceivers. Input these codes, then slice into Eidolon's network. Download their files.
Here's a holonet transmitter. Once you've accessed Eidolon's network, put this on the transceiver. It'll let Anuli upload the files straight to the holonet.
Eidolon Security's entire database is on the holonet. That's bad. Real bad. For them.
The transceivers are in the network access sector. Security's gonna be tight. And the Eidolon will have his best men protecting those transceivers. Feel free to kill as many as you want.
Stand by. I'm routing comm traffic through our mid-rim outposts. You're on a 6-second delay until I resynchronize the data stream. 3, 2, 1. Synced and secured. Tracking systems show you're in the castle lands of Alderaan. Enjoy the view, Cypher. I hear the mountains are lovely.
After the last few worlds, I'll be sure to appreciate it.
It'll keep you sane. Alderaan is governed by the wealthiest noble families in the galaxy. They've feuded for centuries, and are presently engaged in a full-scale war. You're here because Imperial intelligence believes that one of the noble houses, or a noble within one of the houses, is financing the Eagle's Terra network.
What sort of financing are we talking about?
Money for weapons, transportation, bribes, anything the cells need. The Empire's resources are tied up supporting House Thul's efforts to claim the throne. But intelligence does have one asset, Vector Hillis. Vector was an Imperial ambassador to the nobles, but he was later repurposed. Now he's with the Killiks, Alderaan's native alien species.
You think this Vector knows something useful?
He's an expert on the political situation, but I should explain. When Vector approached the Killiks on a mission of diplomacy, they absorbed him into their collective intelligence. He's part of their hive mind. However, he continues to file activity reports, and we believe he's still loyal to the Empire, even if he's barely human anymore.
How's that possible?
Prolonged exposure to the Killiks induces physiological changes. He shares thoughts, feelings with them, but we don't know much more. We've requisitioned Vector from the diplomatic service and given him a need-to-know overview. You'll rendezvous at these coordinates. Use him to eliminate any noble or house funding the terrorists. Watcher 2 out.
Yes, this is the one, as the song schedule determined.
I can't wait to see how this goes.
We are Vector Hillis, Dawn Herald of the Ouroboros Nest. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Agent.
It sounds like you were expecting me.
We received a message concerning your mission. We were told we might serve. We trust our appearance doesn't disturb you. Our superiors in the diplomatic service find our joining disconcerting, but it was necessary. The joining allowed us to share thoughts and senses with the Nest, forge a bond between Empire and Killiks. The change is a small price.
Being transformed doesn't bother you?
It was unexpected, but now I'm part of the kind. I hear the song of the universe. It's a magnificent thing. Yes, as to your target, Imperial intelligence provided us with a list of names, dates, and locations connected to your terrorist financier.
Do you have an ID on the target?
We can't identify the financier himself, but your information shows he's visited House Organa, House Ceres, House Pantier, and House Cortez. Cortez is a vassal of the Empire's proxy, House Thul. If you show the Cortez Baron a copy of our findings, he might close in on your foe.
If I can manipulate a hut, I can handle a Baron.
A hut? Indeed. We must proceed to the Dance of Unlighting, but we'll remain here for the duration of your mission. We suggest you present yourself to Cortez as an ally of the Empire, show strength, and don't mention your intelligence connections.
Hold your guard. In the name of Baron Payar Cortez and the Cortez Barony, I demand you state your business or face expulsion.
How dare you speak to me this way? I am a Count of House Thul.
House Thul? Forgive me, Your Highness. It's sometimes difficult to recognize in a dark air.
I knew nothing of Thul emissaries either, Captain. I am Baroness Che Cortez, Your Highness. Forgive our inhospitality, but my husband has no time for visitors.
I believe he'll want to speak to me. It's a matter of life and death.
Aren't they all, though? Some days ago, we lost a squad of battle droids patrolling the borders of Cortez lands. That squad was our first line of defense. We believe the squad's disappearance may presage an attack, yet not one of our allies has come to our aid.
What makes you think I was involved with your lost squad?
Nothing. But you've done naught to make my house safer. We don't know what destroyed our droids. They went silent. Until we find out, we must prepare for the worst. If you wish to make amends, send your troops to determine the fate of our patrol. Perhaps that will make my Baron smile again.
You can't be serious.
Whatever destroyed our patrol is a threat to my house. Until we know what we're dealing with, we admit no one. I'll leave you to Captain Perovius. I hope to see you under better circumstances.
Your Highness, if your men find the droids, tell them to activate the squad's homing beacon. Perhaps the data logs will help us.
This is Captain Perovius. A pleasure to hear from you, Your Highness. I'm impressed that you conducted the search personally. We're receiving the droid's logs now. You have my thanks.
I'd appreciate it if you let the Baron know about my help.
He'll hear. Don't you worry. At any rate, these logs are discouraging. The droid skirmish with the Killiks. Blasted bugs are on Cortez lands again.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
It's all right. I'm not expecting any answers. Rumor has it that the Killik nest is growing. Probably scouting for a new home. I'll make sure the Baron knows. Those things won't build a new hive in Cortez territory. I'll tell you that.
Now that I've done my part, may I see the Baron?
The Baroness is offering you an invitation to the estate. You may return at your leisure.
The Baron is expecting you. This way, please.
Our guest has arrived, my lord.
Baron Payar Cortez, Sword of the Castle Lands, I hereby present to you the Honorable Count Thule, emissary of his house. This man risked himself in the service of House Cortez, valiantly recovering our lost patrol and identifying the Killik threat. In appreciation of his noble deeds and out of respect for his accomplishments, I ask that you grant him recognition.
I so grant him recognition. I am Baron Payar Cortez, good sir. Welcome to my home.
The pleasure is mine, Baron.
Then we are both fortunate.
I hope I didn't give the wrong impression at the gates. I just take the security of my house very seriously.
One of few things she does, along with her gardens and her ack dogs.
You'll make me blush, my lord.
Tell me now, why do you seek my house? Is there a favor you would ask? An alliance you'd propose?
I need to identify a man. I think you might be able to assist.
I'll gladly help. Show me what you have. The dates in your files, yes, we've had visitors at these times, but that's no surprise. I believe the guest you're looking for is Master Denry Ale. We've hosted him and his summit on a number of occasions.
I'm afraid I don't recognize the name.
Denry Ale was once Lord Denry Ale, a powerful and respected man among the vassal houses, but some years ago he abdicated his position.
He became a mediator dedicated to forging peace.
Strange you should ask about him now. For several weeks, Denry Ale has been missing. Whether off on some secret negotiation or something more regrettable, no one knows.
Isn't anyone trying to find him?
Not that I'm aware of. One missing man in all this chaos. But it bears investigation. I'll begin looking into Ale's whereabouts through formal and informal diplomatic channels. If I can find him for you, I will. You may also wish to investigate the matter yourself. I'm sure House Thule has friends who can assist.
You'll let me know if you find anything.
Of course. I'll send a message immediately. In the meantime, you're welcome to stay as a guest. House Cortez prides itself on its hospitality.
We'll have to dine together. You can meet the ack dogs.
The Baron has spoken. This audience is at an end.
Is it me, or are there more bugs than last time?
Welcome back. Your aura reflects your attunement to the great song.
What are all these Killiks doing here?
The hive requires more nutrients. These are foraging parties. They'll gather what we need.
Cortez isn't happy about having Killiks around, you know.
Yes. We apologize for the incident with the battle droids. It should have been avoided. Our observers saw you enter the Cortez estate. The fingerlings were listening and heard mention of Denry Ale. We met Ale during our time as ambassador. With his wealth and talent, he could be your target.
The Baron claims not to know his whereabouts.
We might be able to help. Our nest has had many joiners over the years. Soldiers, children, nobles. We can search their memories and see what they know of Denry Ale.
Are all these people in the nest like you?
As Dawn Herald and emissary to the Empire, we retain more independence. But we're all joiners. We remember Pabal Alder. When her speeder crashed, our foragers brought her to the hive. Our healers tended her. We became one. Her house, House Alder, An old house of scholars and antiquarians granted Ale residence in honor of his work as a mediator. Ale kept records of his work in the older estate. If you can penetrate the estate's defenses, those records are yours.
Good work. I'll have those records in no time.
If we may be so bold. A warning. House Alder opposes the Empire, and the estate is always prepared for an Imperial attack, even a stealthy one. Be careful.